Join me as I dive into the Bible to explore the false gods that have been misleading people for centuries. When we think about the Bible, we often think about the one true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But what about the other gods, the ones that are often overlooked or misunderstood? These false gods have been woven into the fabric of biblical history, and understanding them is critical for grasping the foundation of our faith. Without further ado, let's get started. Recognizing and understanding false gods can be challenging, especially in today's modern context. We're so far removed from these ancient cultures that worship these gods that it's easy to dismiss them as mere relics of the past. But the truth is this: the false gods still exert power and influence over our beliefs and practices even today. They can masquerade as harmless cultural traditions or symbols, but in reality, they are undermining our faith and leading us astray. See, the Bible is full of examples of people who were tempted by false gods, who were lured away from the one true God by the allure of power, wealth, and status. From the golden calf to the adulterous practices of the Israelites, we see time and time again how false gods can creep into our lives and destroy our relationship with God. And yet, we often fail to recognize the same pattern at play in our own lives. We're so quick to condemn the idolatry of the ancient civilization, but what about our own idolatry? In today's world, false gods can be many forms. They can be anything from material possessions to social status, from technology to our own selves. We're constantly bombarded with messages telling us that we need more, that we need to be better, that we need to achieve more. And we buy into it every single time, often without even realizing it. We worship at the altar of productivity, sacrificing our time and our relationships and our very souls for the sake of success. The Bible mentions several specific examples of false gods, each one with its own unique characteristics and lesson to teach. There's Baal, the Canaanite god of fertility and prosperity, who symbolized the temptation of wealth and power. There's Asherah, the goddess of love and war, who represents the allure of pleasure and beauty. And there's Melech, the god of child sacrifice, who embodied the darkness of human sacrifice. Each of these false gods offers us a glimpse into the heart of ancient human beings and into the temptation that we face even today. One of the most compelling insight on false gods is the way they can infiltrate even the most well-meaning of communities. The Bible tells us that even the Israelites, God's chosen people, were prone to idolatry. They worshiped the golden calf. They bowed down to that idol. And they even sacrificed their children to Melech. And yet, despite all of this, God remained faithful to them, calling them back to himself time and time again. This teaches us that false gods are not just a problem of the past, but a present reality that we must constantly guard against in our lives every single day. There's no doubt that false gods can also have a profound impact on our perception of God. When we worship false gods, we're not just rejecting the one true God, we're also creating a distorted image of God. We're saying that God is not enough, that he's not sufficient to meet our needs, that we need something more. And this can lead to a deep-seated mistrust of God, a sense that he's not good or that he's not powerful enough. But the Bible tells us that God is enough, that he is sufficient to meet all of our needs, and that he is the only worthy of worship. In conclusion, false gods are a threat to our community and to our faith, a threat that we must take seriously. They can creep into our lives, no doubt about it, and into our church and into our relationships, undermining our trust in God and leading us astray. But by recognizing and understanding these false gods, we can protect ourselves from their influence and cling to the one true God. I want to thank you for watching this video on false gods from the Bible. If you have any thoughts on or questions, please leave them in the comment section below. If you'd like to learn more about biblical topics, be sure to check out our next video on the importance of biblical literacy. God bless you, God bless your family, and I'll see you in the next. Thanks.